Oh, hello. Good morning, every afternoon. Good evening, everybody. Caught me having my coffee, my Starbucks coffee cup. Um, Sorry, I forgot my Ice Queen coffee cup, but it is in there. How are we all? Everybody well, I think? I think everybody's well. I don't know what happened. YouTube's not on my side today. For some reason, my thumbnail image of my live stream was not there. I don't know what happened there. And Jeff didn't get, I don't think anybody got any notifications. I've got no notifications that I'm going live. Anyway, but people are coming nevertheless. So that's good. You'll also notice that I'm an hour earlier for most people. No, I'm an hour later. I'm not sure. It's 9 p.m. in the UK right now. So Google just told me. So I think I'm an hour later because we had to put our clocks back last weekend, an hour. So hopefully this is not too late for everybody. I could stream an hour earlier, but I think we're pretty right. The other thing being the time difference is that the sun's already up. So normally when I do my live stream, it's still dark outside, but not this time. The sun's up. In fact, I even took a photo of it. So here's a quick picture. I got to do it on my phone, but you'll be able to see of quite a nice looking sunset this morning. There we go. So that was about 5 minutes ago out my window. So some nice colours there. And it looks like something Ron would get. There's no walkers in the distance, but yeah. So it's going to be a nice day by the looks of things. The other thing being a little bit earlier is that, or later, I'm really confused over this whole thing, but is that the parrots are waking up already. So it could get a little bit noisy in the background. I do have some cookies ready to go. I can whip over and feed them to keep them quiet because they will most likely be sitting out there and start squawking at me. I can hear them in the park now, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go down through chat quickly and say hello to everybody. Jeff Donohue's there, of course. How are you, buddy? Welcome. I've already said hello, but yes, fantastic. Then we had Jerry Dean Swanson's in from Wisconsin. Mr. Swanson from Wisconsin. Say that 3 times fast with an Aussie accent. Welcome, mate. I'm glad you could join us on the live stream. Mentioning there about the IGN 3D figures you've bought. That'd be fun. Yeah, and painting them would be, oh gosh, take a bit of time, won't it? I had a quick look at them while we were talking about them on my local suppliers site down here. It was they work out about $1 a piece Australian, but they are available. But I don't think I'm going to go down that road. We got a quick hello from Lee Ha, saying hello there. I'll just show you up on the board. There we go. Obviously a new person I haven't seen before. Let us know in chat where you're from. What's your name and where you're from, as Ice Queen would say. Paul, Plastic Monkey's in. How are you, buddy? Your helicopter video went up a few hours ago. I was still asleep, but I will watch it later, part 2. Looking forward to that. Anybody who's new or watches this later, Plastic Monkey's YouTube channel, go check it out. Doing a helicopter, which everybody seems to be doing helicopters at the moment. It's the Apache, isn't it? Yeah, 132 Apache. And coming together real nice. So I'll be definitely watching this probably just after we do the stream. Nigel is also done a unboxing and review of a Trumpeter Kamov, I think you pronounce it, 135th scale helicopter as well. He calls it the most ugly helicopter, but it is a pretty ugly helicopter, but like he said, it's going to look pretty good just because of it being so unusually eye-catching. So that would be quite an interesting build as well. He previously did the video about the photo etch detail set for it you can get. So again, whip over to Nigel's channel and check that out. Lots of shout outs, eh? I've got more too. Whipping down through the channels. Jerry was mentioning doing, I think it might have been the Fujimi 3 turrets, Yamato turrets. I think you might know, but there's one of them. There it is there. So straighten them up a bit. There we go. But yeah, there's still the other two in the box. So I built that to display alongside the Yamato. Yeah, but you can actually mount that. It is the same scale. You can actually mount that onto the deck, but you will have to modify and cut the hole out to do that. But it can be done. What else? Moving down. I don't want to miss anybody. Paul Price is, good morning, mate. Good morning to you. Up early as usual, like we are. So, where is he? There he is, saying good morning to all. Who else we got? Yes, nice shirt. You like my England London with the Tower Bridge shirt that I bought this. This is an original, right? I actually bought this in Thailand, about $2. Don't tell anybody. But I have been to London, England. I have been on the bridge. I have walked across there. But yeah, probably confusing. I need something that's Australia, don't I? Otherwise, people new might come in and wonder, hang on, where is he? Hello, Scott. Welcome. G'day to you. I'm going to catch up on the chat. I will, promise. Welcome. Welcome. Erwin is in from the Netherlands again. Hello, buddy. Welcome back. Welcome in again. That's great. I'm using StreamYard to look and catch up with chat, although I know that live on YouTube is actually further ahead. So I can see we've got 13 watching at the moment. I don't know how updated that is. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello because we're all friendly people here. Nice bit. Yeah, it was a nice sunset. Hey, very good. Tron, hello, Tron, mate. How are you? Hope all is well and safe. Yes, it's 4 p.m. on Thursday afternoon in the eastern part of the US. Hey, but welcome, buddy. Welcome back again. Just for an update here, it's 6 a.m. and it's Good Friday, Easter here, and it's the sun's coming up, and it looks like a bit of nice bit of cloud in the sky, but I think it's going to be all right. Up in the mid 20 degrees Celsius, should be okay. Moving down, what have we got? What's this? Okay, healthy person. Very good, very good. Who else we got? Thank you. You enjoy watching me build that? Thanks, mate. Yeah, I enjoyed building it. It's quite different. I like these models that let you see inside. I just, some of you may know that I gave all my models away. All right, they've all been given away, and Mr. Paul Price there in chat kindly adopted all my models, and I still look to see where they were because just then we're talking about the see-through part of the turret, and I was just thinking of the submarine I built where you can see all in the side of it, and that's where it usually is, right there. And, well, it's gone to a nice home now, so I can't reach over and show you that. But that was a nice build as well. I like the ones that show that detail inside, which we'll talk about something that I'm going to be doing later in the chat live stream. Let's see. 5 schools. Wow, that'd be a crowd. Excellent. There's my mate, the Model Tank Guy. How are you, buddy? Welcome. Good morning to you. And here is, what's this? James from To Boldly Go Model Works. G'day, mate. I just watched James just before I came live here. James had a premiere unboxing, didn't you, James, of the Tilly car, 148 Tamiya kit, wasn't it? Yeah. So that looked like a good little build, which you're going to do over the long weekend, Easter weekend. So I look forward to watching your videos of that. So anybody else who's not familiar, jump into Boldly Go Model Works. Check out James's channel. But, good little review you did there, mate. It was funny because it's bad timing, because as soon as you popped up your review, I got notifications of about 5 or 6 other modeling channels that all decided to pop their videos out at the same time. So, yeah. Anyway, my main obstacle is trying to get the live stream out when nobody else is, and trying not to, step on anyone's toes. And looks like it's okay, even with the time change. This seems to be all right. I don't think there's any other major live streams going at the moment. There is one, but where is it? Let me just check through. If I check out, it might be over with now. I'm not sure. Let me just check. He does a live stream. Just the name slipped me. Can't think who he is. Anyway, I can't remember. It can't be too important. No, he was actually quite popular. It was like 140 people watching live, but none of you guys. So all good. What are we doing? Going down the list. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. I haven't missed anyone. Yes, Sunrise is. There's Hugh Gordon's in. How are you, buddy? Welcome, mate. Welcome. Dave Robinson's there. Came over from Gary's Stuff live stream. Yes, that's a live stream. Yes, going on. Keep it up. You're right. There's lots of stuff going on. I'm sure there'll be lots to watch on YouTube over Easter. Everyone's got time off. Jeff's asking how James's puppy's going, and if you went and watched his premiere of that video I just told you about, you'll see all the scratches on his hands and scars from the sharp little teeth. And as you're saying, he's very naughty. Yeah, his teeth would be like, I don't know, razor blades. Will look like it by your hands. Randy's in. Hey, Randy. See, I've gone a bit later, so you in a bit earlier. Hey, you usually come in a bit towards the end of the stream, but now probably a bit better time for some people. MP Plastic Model. Hey, welcome. Hello. Greetings from Portugal. How are you, mate? Fantastic. Excellent. Everybody's still saying hello. I'm catching up to everybody so I can talk about other channels too, I want to mention. And we're going down. Everyone's saying hello. That's good. Like-minded people all over the globe, just a mouse click. You're not wrong, eh? The future is here. It's fantastic. Although, just make sure they're real people. This AI stuff they're talking about now, this chat GTP and deep fake stuff, it's like, soon, I don't know, you won't be able to believe in everything you're watching. Anyway, that's let's go on. What else we got? Moss, who isn't in at the moment, who might pop in. Just did another Airfix starter kit. It was at F35B Lightning 172 scale. Just saw his video go up a few hours ago, or a couple of hours ago. Right into Airfix, isn't he? Right into Airfix. Yeah, I have never built an Airfix kit. I almost did. I've got the Saturn V rocket, big one, Don't know what scale it was. I can't remember. That's Airfix, but it's an original. It's like as old as the moon landing. It seriously is, and it's all the white plastic full of flashing all over it. It's a mess, eh? And I looked at that, did a quick review of it somewhere on my channel, and I put it back in the box, back in the cupboard. A year ago, I wasn't confident to try and attempt to build something like that. Now, a year on, maybe I could. So we'll see about that. What we got? New project. What's this? The Albatross D3 132 scale from Roden. Okay, very good. Bushrangers there. Got to be an Aussie, yes, from Queensland. How are you, buddy? Welcome, mate. I'm a Queenslander. Well, I was born in New South Wales, but I lived in Queensland for 10 years until I got stuck down here in Sydney. That wasn't my choice. COVID broke out and they shut the borders and I couldn't go back. Anyway, that's another story. So welcome, mate. Welcome. Yeah, great to have you. Moving down, everyone's saying hello. Yes. All right. So yes, that was Moss's channel. Check him out. Now, what else was I going to mention? The Midwest Model Shop, for those who are into shipbuilding and particularly Titanic building. He just a couple of hours ago released his finished video of the Titanic build. I think it was video number 40 something or other. So it's finished, and definitely go check that out. That was an epic build. It's the one he's building for a client. He's also building one for himself, which he's taken a break from, and which is going to be all fully lit up and lighted. But it's been great. I've been following along and watching his 4 hours ago, actually, Midwest Model Shop, the RMS Titanic build number 44. And that's the client's video finished. And it looks absolutely amazing. And just the detail on it. He's added every detail up kit set you can imagine, from the 3D printed resin funnels to all the little pieces on the thing. There's not much original. It's all been replaced. So again, another really good channel. He's moving on to something else. I'm not sure what it was. I'll have to watch the rest of his video, but it looks really, really good. What else have we got? Jeff is saying, yes, he saw that. Looks amazing. Yeah, it is. It's really, really good. Revell is coming out with the 124 Gemini capsule in June, I believe. Okay, Revell is. Okay. That'd be interesting. Is that maybe to celebrate something? I don't know, but interesting. I'm sure the newer models, and that's that brand you mentioned earlier, that's something I'm not familiar with. But anyway, that's good. About $35 US. Okay, cool. So where's the Baggins? Paul. Yeah, Paul's around. Plastic Monkey. You need to go to Ice Queen 7's channel and watch the live streams, and you'll know what we mean by Baggins. That joke's going to be around a long time, Paul. You're stuck with that. Talking about Ice Queen 7 and her channel, I was watching as I was driving the other day, and the subject got on to motorcycles, and it sparked my interest. I thought, that'd be all right. I don't mind building a motorcycle. That'd be good. I mean, I've got 2 motorbikes, so I had a look around, and I saw Nigel had a few comments to say about the bikes, and showed us one of his, and Sue had one there as well. Very nice. Tamiya. Now, Tamiya seems to be the best for the bikes. So I had a look at my local shop, and I thought, you know, I might build a bike. I mean, as you mostly know, next month I'm off over to Thailand for about 4 or 5 weeks, and obviously I won't be able to work on the Yamato here. So I need to have some videos backed up that I can put out while I'm away on holidays. Now, I could always jump ahead and get a lot more work done on this, but I don't like to do that. I like to keep everybody up to where I'm up to. So the current video is pretty much where I'm at. So I want to buy a bike, and I looked at the models, I looked at the types available, and I ended up buying and just checking for the shipping. Unfortunately, because of the Easter holidays and so forth, it's not going to get here till the end of next week, but that's okay. But I ended up buying Tamiya kit number 14084, 112 scale Kawasaki Ninja ZX 12R. All right, so with postage it was about $55. The reason I chose the Kawasaki Ninja is because that's what I have. Well, that's one of my bikes. The other one's a Suzuki V-Strom 1000. But the Ninja is my go-to work and back little bike, and it's very close to the same bike. All right, so I'm looking forward to. Oh, yeah, there we go. It is the 60th anniversary for that one. Excellent. All right, the 124th Gemini capsule. I'll Google and check that out. 124 Gemini. That's got to be significant because I'm a Gemini. Right. So that's the Kawasaki bike. So what I'm going to do is, in between building Yamato, I'm going to put this bike together. I'll get all my paints, all my outlaw paints for it. The kit comes with transparent bodywork on it. Okay, so which is unusual. If they're green and you can see through all the fairings, which I don't like, but you know, that's something different. But I want to paint it the same as my bike, which is red. It's like full-on fire engine red. So they'll look, you know, pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, I'm going to build a bike and see what it looks, just for something different. Why not? You know. Bushranger said, B&A just got a large shipment of outlaw paints. Yeah, and that's where I bought the motorbike from. Did I? Oh, no, I didn't. I was going to. It was a little bit cheaper down at Metro Hobbies. So I've gone with them. But I do get quite a bit from B&A. So, yeah. And my mate Jason, if I went and bought the paints, he'd go off at me. So, yeah, my mate Jason looks after me, so I'll send him what I want, and I'm sure he'll be happy to make a small donation. It's only a small bike. I don't need red, really. Red, maybe a bit of black for the frame. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I've got to catch up with chat. You're getting ahead. Rodenholt artillery tractor. Flash took forever to clean up. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, it does. Yeah. I think it will be. I've never built a bike, so I've never done a car, really. The reason I never got into building a car is because they need such immaculate paint jobs, and I just don't have the facility here to do that. The dust in this place is terrible. I really don't think I could do a paint job on the bodywork of a car without getting at least one speck of dust in it. I'm sure. Motorbike's different, smaller. I'm sure I'll be fine, but maybe I could. But anyway, yeah, I look forward to doing a motorbike. I was going to go one of the new Suzuki or the Hayabusa or some of the Hondas, the later model Tamiya kits. But I thought I'll start with something a bit simple first, and who knows, might get my interest. Laura's in. Hey, welcome. Good evening to you. I would guess that your Yamato that you're building would be finished now. Hey, am I right? Or very, very close. It's looking fantastic going by those photos I've seen on Facebook. Jeff asking, no selling the big bike, Pete? No. I've had one inquiry. One guy, well, I've had two inquiries. One person wanted to buy just the trailer, if I would separate and sell the trailer. I said no, because I have the tow bar hitch and the framework for the trailer all built onto the bike, all custom done. So, I'd have to take that off, and no one's going to buy the bike if it doesn't include the trailer. So yeah. And the other person, well, as soon as I posted it on Facebook Marketplace, I got a message from somebody who wanted to buy it the next day. He said, yeah, I'll give you $12,000 for it tomorrow. I'll get my mate to come around and pick it up. Right, okay. I said, listen, do you want to come and have a look before you buy it? Do you want to do this? He said, no, it's okay. I see the pictures, I'll buy it. I said, how about you give me a call and we'll have a chat? He goes, I can't, I'm in a meeting at the moment. I thought, oh, you're on Facebook, you're chatting to me and you can't ring. I thought, nah, that was just a scam. I don't know how they would have gone about it, what the plan would have been. They probably would have asked for my bank account details to transfer money into and whatever. So, no, I didn't get any interest. I'm not in a rush to sell that thing. I'm just going to leave it sitting. I didn't realize that Facebook, if you want a wider audience, then you need to pay. I mean, I live in Sydney, New South Wales. My bike is still registered in Queensland with its registration and everything, but nobody in Queensland can see my Facebook Marketplace because it's restricted by whatever the area is that it's letting you show it for free. So we'll see what happens. All right, moving down. Everyone's saying hello. Did we finish the guns? Yes. Oh my God. Those little machine guns, 28, I think it was. Oh, painful. Especially the photo. Well, the photo etch was the painful part. Oh my God. The last one, when I was putting that last bit of photo etch, that foot peg for the 7-foot Japanese sailor to reach down to, my hand was shaking. Because usually when you're doing repetitive stuff, it's always the last one you mess up, But no, it went on fine. They're all done, painted. They're actually on the ship. I think in the video that you'll be watching next week, I put all those guns on the ship. And in fact, everything but the turrets is up on the ship now. So yeah, including the ones on the cantilevered bits that stick over the deck on each side. Those anti-aircraft guns are all fitted on there now, and it's looking really good. How are we going? Gary stuff, right? I'm going down. Everyone's saying hello. I can skip the hellos. Here we go. Further down. Jerry's saying, I like the Tamiya paint so far. I was wondering if there is some place to get Tamiya paint charts. Oh, for sure. I'm sure if you go to just Google it, you'll get the whole list. I used to have to do that when I was comparing Tamiya paints to Mr. Hobby and so forth, because sometimes you get instructions in a kit that would tell you which paints to get, but then one thing might be it'll show, oh, you need Mr. Hobby this color, this number, and then it's next to the Tamiya paint, you need this one. But if you looked at the two paints, they look completely different. It's like, how do they think that is supposed to be like that? But yeah, somebody might be able to help out, but I'm pretty sure you can Google and find them anywhere. Now, what else have I got? Have I caught up? Decal, all but a few decals. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the decals. I think other than the one up on the smokestack, I don't think there's any on the superstructure, is there? There's a few touch-up points I've got to do, which somebody, one of my subscriber, reminded me in the comments section. There's some lights, blue and green and red lights on either side of the bridge area that I'll need to touch up and paint. A few other little bits, but that will do. I'll do all that in part of the weathering side of stuff. Decal's probably got the Yamato on the side of the ship somewhere. The flags and all that, I've got to start thinking about the rigging. I want to start on the rigging before I put the superstructure on the deck, because it'll just be easier to work with. So yeah, the superstructure and the rigging will be fun. There we go. Mega Hobby, I have them. So there's the place. Thanks. Good. Craigslist. Do you guys have a Craigslist there, Peter? So I think we do. I'll write that down. That's something I've never used, but Craigslist, it might be an option. We also have a sold.com. It's like a just for cars and stuff. Again, they charge you to advertise, but we'll see. eBay is another option, but I don't know. Even eBay have fees, which I don't think they used to. We'll find out. We'll find out. You want to put the navigation lights, but not exactly which position is correct. And they're very tiny too. Yeah. But definitely, I mean, yours is going to look amazing, especially with all the lights you put in there. There we go. You're trying to research the signal flags that might have been used on the Yamato. Good luck with that. Yeah, you might be able to. Yeah, the flags that it comes with aren't much. I don't even know what they say. It probably just says the name of the ship. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that would be a nice touch to put some signal flags up on that. Some of that rigging would look good. What else were we going to talk about? Oh, this is what I'm doing right now. So I'm up to these turrets. There they are there. So I've just glued those together. I've put on the inside, which I haven't glued yet because I just need to position the turrets. We have a little mechanism that the turrets go in, and these rotate up and down. If you're building this, and I mentioned it in my video, make sure you don't glue where they attach to the little tabs, so you can still rotate them. That way, once the turrets are in, you can position them where you want on the deck. But yeah, now these have quite a lot of photo etch to go on them. That's what I'm up to now. There's all photo etch to go on here. There's little plates to sit in there. The barrels themselves, I have the brass barrels that came with my deck from 3D Wild, so I'll be using the brass ones on that. But you know, a lot of the time, and you know, the brass stuff doesn't look any different to the plastic. I mean, all right, these I will use because they're a little bit thinner. I think their scale may be a little bit better. But when it comes to the main turrets on Yamato, and I've got brass for them as well, and they have all the detail on them, but they don't have the same detail as the plastic. And they're exactly the same diameter, same length, except the plastic ones that come with the kit have more detail than the brass ones. So I'm not going to use the brass ones. You know, you buy that to have more detail, more accurate, and it's not. Anyway, I wasn't too happy with the 3D Wild extras, including the deck. You know, in fact, I mentioned it a couple of times in my video now that if I was to start this build again, I would paint the deck. at least I wouldn't use the 3D Wild supplied deck that I bought separately, aftermarket. Maybe I'd try a different scale decks or something that might be available, but I wasn't happy with the way that deck's doesn't stick down properly. But yeah, so that's what I'm actually doing today, and I'll probably get them done today and tomorrow, and maybe even paint it up. We'll see. We'll see. What have we got? Yeah. Only found, that's right. And there's nothing in the Yamato's anatomy of a ship that I've got there about signal flags that I can remember. I don't see any detail in there. Zinks, hello. What kind of hobby paint to use for the hull of a wooden ship? The 40 plus years warship I have inherited have several places peeled off into the wooden construction. Okay. Well, you're going to have to ask the guys in chat, might be able to come up and answer that. I've never built a wooden ship, let alone painted one. Yeah, I don't know, but good luck with that. I really would love to build a wooden ship, but I'm saving that for when I'm retired, because I know people that have spent 3-4 years building a ship. Obviously, they're massive ships like the Endeavour and stuff, but you know me, I have to get one of those. If you're going to build a wooden ship, you've got to make it a good one. So yeah, I wouldn't have a clue. But somebody will know in here. We'll have a look as we go. Watching a video is surely going to save me many frustrations. I'm glad to go through all the frustrations on your behalf. So yeah, in fact, you know, I'll give you a little heads up on a frustration. There is a frustration with this. So like I showed you, I'll take the bottom off this again. Is that the one? Oh, it's a nice fit, right? So those have these two little tabs on either side, and this spindle sort of sits in the little holes on it and holds them in position. It doesn't fit, all right? So the holes in the little tabs are too small. There's your first little frustration. Well, it's not really a frustration. All I did was got a drill bit. I don't remember the size, but I do mention it in the video when you watch the week after next. That'll be. I'll tell you what size drill bit. But you just drill the hole out a little bit, and then those slide in and still be firm enough to be able to move up and down, not without being too freely that they're just going to drop. All right, but yeah, little things like that where things don't fit, but not very often though. It doesn't happen very often. And just things like the way you go about things, and bending photo etch can be something that you've got to be careful with. A lot of this photo etch, and again, I've just finished, what was it? The supports for these, okay? So these sit on bases that are on the deck where the paravanes are, right? And there's railing that goes around on there, and ladders and so forth. But that railing is really, really delicate. If you bend the railing one way and realize you bent it the wrong way and you bend it back, it's going to snap just like that. It'll snap like that. You've got to take your time. Be very careful. Even taking them off the metal sprues, and I do show you in that video how to. That's this next week's video that comes out. The reason why I leave the plastic on the back of the metal photo etch sprues is it helps you take those really delicate parts off. If you stick a tweezer in there and try to lever the bits off the plastic, you're going to bend those bits. You'll see that in my next video. So more tips to come. What's this? What have we got? Tron saying, at Laura, I presume you know that the port side light is red and the green on the starboard side. All right. I would do research on exact color of red and green, as LEDs can vary. All right. You might want to just clarify is port left or right? Because it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let us know in chat. Yes, I know the sides. Yes, physical position I need. That's right. A couple of possible positions on each side. Yeah. Good luck getting that done. Anyway. Now you scare me. Yes, it's the same kit you warned about. Oh, right. I used a lot of the barrels on the earlier anti-aircraft guns, no problem. There's a lot of really tiny little barrels for the machine guns. Those 28 that you've got to build and put together with all the photo etch, you can take off the plastic barrels. There's 3 on each one, and replace them with the metal ones. But my God, that's going to take you a month. It took me a week to build 28 without doing that. So that's 28 times 3, because there's barrels on 3 on each. So that would be 90 barrels, pretty close enough, that you would have to take off. And the hole's going to be like a millimeter, half a millimeter. They're tiny. I wasn't going to go that far. And again, you look at the detail on the barrels, they're exactly the same as the metal ones. So why put all that effort and time into doing that to get a result that you're never going to, even if you got their magnifying glass, they'd look the same, let alone at arm's distance, you're never going to know. As for the deck, I don't know whether it's just the climate here. When I did that deck and put it on, it was summer here, quite hot. Maybe they had something to do with it lifting and not sticking down. It comes with a backing. You take that off and then you put it down. You've probably seen that video. Right up until a month or 2 months through the build, it was still lifting. All right, it was still lifting up. So, but once you get all the edges down, it'll be fine. But yeah, just got to take it really slow. That's all I can say about that. Transparent paint on the clear bulb. Yeah, exactly. You can use transparent paint. That'd change the bulb as you want. Excellent. Which blast bags are you going to use on the main turrets? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. But I like what I think. Who was it? There was Ted's Gaming, who just finished about a week or so ago his Yamato build. All the scaffold and stuff that you see, all the photo etch on those turrets, like, it's not on this one, but on your Yamato, they've got all this stuff all there, platforms and railings and bits and pieces. Apparently I found out they only used all that when they were doing repairs or painting or up there for a reason. But while these are actually being used, all that stuff's not there. It's all taken down. But he just did one turret with all that on there just to show the detail. But the other 2 turrets, he left it all off. I'm thinking of doing the same thing. But as for the blast bags, I haven't even looked at that yet. I don't know. There we go. Porter's left. All right, that's my left. Yeah. Left to port. Left to port. That sounds familiar. Yeah. You wonder how I don't get lost. But yeah. Side of the platform. Yeah. You'll figure it out. But how you're going to get an LED up into there I don't know. It'll be hard. There's a good way to remember. There's a little port left, like in the drink. All right. Excellent. Good one. Port and left both have the same number of letters. Another good point. There we go. I'm still going to say in my video, so on the left here, or on the right, or on the front, or on the back. I'm terrible. Yeah. People think I just do that to stir everyone up, but I don't. I'm bad. I'm bad with all that stuff. So I ordered the AA 3D printed sets from the same place on eBay Smiles. Okay, cool. Yeah, the 3D printed ones would be really nice. Yeah. That's how you were taught. Very good. What else we got? Lazy Hey, I'm 72. Yeah. What else we got? I was taught the four-letter word option. Very good. I actually have a weird type of directional dyslexia. I know which direction to turn if someone tells me port or starboard, but I have to stop and think if they say left or right. There you go. Look, I have a similar problem with the time. Okay, so my background is in the security industry, and we talk 24-hour clock. So straight up, I know what 0300 is. I know what 1500 is. All right, and I write that on my paperwork when I do my log, my driving log for my job. But my boss, he can't read it. He says, "What? Just put the normal time down there. What's this 1700 business?" So I just naturally, I'm 24-hour clock up here. And I have to think what time it is. Well, I can think of, 1800 comes easier to me than 6 p.m. So, yeah. What have we got? Your other left, Peter. That's right. That's good. Oh. Check out my channel for. Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I remember you used latex, like from a glove or something. They look good. And how did you go painting them? Because I was thinking, if you get those, oh no, mine are white gloves I use for airbrushing. Well, it might work. You could paint latex just like anything else. So I'm sure if you hit them with the airbrush and paint, that'd be fine. You got to get like a brown tinge onto them too, or a tan coloured. Someone used, maybe it was you, used deck tan. Did you use deck tan? I'm sure someone used deck tan on the blast bags. It looked fine. But yeah, I liked the way yours came out. They looked really good, really good. John Alexin, how are you, buddy? Welcome, mate. I missed your live stream with the other fellas the other morning. I try to, but at the time I'm driving my truck and it's difficult to be able to tune in. But I do listen in when I can. Everyone's saying hello, very good. I'm the same way. All the clocks in my house are set to 24-hour time. Yeah, exactly. See, look, 0649. All right. What else we're going to talk about? I was going to mention my airbrush. So I bought an airbrush in September last year from a place here in Australia that I highly recommend you check them out. Okay, they're called, I'm just trying to find them. Here they are. Where are we? Hobby Tools Australia. Okay. I swear they have the largest range of everything you could ever want for your hobby and any hobby. It's just, you could go hours through their website, all right? Hobby Tools Australia, Google it, check them out. So I bought my airbrush from them. I upgraded from my cheap $70 piece of crap, whatever it was, to not Iwata level or Steinbeck or anything, but I've got Mr. Hobby Proton Platinum. So it was 150, 60. Actually, it was nearly $200. All right, but big improvement on what I was using. Much bigger improvement. And yes, there we go. Laura's saying deck tan. Yes, That's what you used. I like that. That looked great. So yeah, I bought this, and it's really great. Look, it paints beautifully, as you know. Well, that's a lot to do with the paint, I must admit. But yeah. So one thing I don't have was a spare needle. All right. I've been caught out before with airbrushes, and I've bent the tip of the needle or something's happened, and then suddenly you got an airbrush you can't do anything with, and you're, holy cow, searching around to find where you can quickly go buy another one, another needle. Well, so now I always try to have one on backup. So when I bought this, they didn't have any spares. It comes with the needle, of course, but there was no spares in stock. But he said in the next month they'll have them. This was in September. Now, no fault of them at Hobby Tools Australia, but their supplier sort of messed up with them and they didn't get any in. So I've been spraying my airbrush with no spare needle all the time up until now, so from September last year. Then I got an email saying that your needles come in, your part you wanted available now. I thought, oh, thank God. The other thing is that when I move over to Thailand and I take my airbrush with me, the parts would just be impossible, let alone just buying another airbrush. But anyway, so they sent me a link in the email to go to the part. And I thought, cool. Click the link, go to their website, I have a look. There it was sitting there. It was $75 for the needle. And I'm going, you're kidding. That's expensive. I swear it wasn't that price before. Surely it hasn't gone up that much. $75 for a needle, airbrush needle. Then I realized that they were actually sent me the wrong link, and the link was to the what do you call it? Just the head of the airbrush, that little part that's here it is on here, which is not going to help because it's all in Chinese. But yeah, it was just the end bit, not the needle. I thought, so I went through, checked their website. I thought, don't tell me they still haven't got my needle I want. And sure enough, it was there. It was only $25. So fantastic. So I went out and ordered it, which I was hopefully going to have it here to show you, but we all know what an airbrush needle looks like. But to give you an idea of the service from these people, now it was no fault of theirs that they couldn't get them. It was a supplier issue, but they did at least get back to me after all those months and knew that I was, still looking. So yeah, it was. So now today's Friday. I got the email and rang them for this on Wednesday. When I realised the error and I ordered the correct one on Wednesday, paid for it, PayPal, no problem. I started getting notifications from Australia Post saying your item is being packed by the sender, blah, blah, blah. It went on and on until yesterday. So the day after I ordered it, it's now waiting in my post office box to pick up. How's that? Absolutely incredible. And I remember when I bought my paintbrush off them, it came just as quickly. But yeah, check out their website. If you're overseas, maybe you can, I'm sure you could order it. Postage is a killer, isn't it? But there's stuff on that website, which was, let me see, where are we? hobbytools.com.au. All right, Hobby Tools is what you got to find, and there's just a huge range of stuff there. There's tools and stuff I didn't even know existed. Definitely worth checking out. All right, we're going down. How are we looking in the channel? Let me have a look. We got thumbs up happening. 23 thumbs up and 17 watching now. Fantastic. Excellent, guys. All right. What else have I got to do? We're coming up to an hour already. My God. Was there anything else I had to speak about? Oh, my coffee's getting cold. That's no good. Oh, still tastes good. I don't know if you guys heard about it. You probably didn't. You might have. I don't watch the news much. All right. I'm just not interested. But I guess I should have been watching because apparently just a few days ago, one of the biggest credit card companies in Australia called Latitude Finance got cyber hacked. And it was the biggest hack in the history of the country, apparently. And all the customers, I mean all of the customers, 8 million, had all their personal information compromised. And that personal information goes from everything they used when they first applied for the company for their credit card or for a loan that you used for identification. So birth certificate, driver's license, passport, all that has been taken by hackers. On top of that, your bank account where you did money transfers to pay off, make loan payments, your bank account details, your vehicle, if you bought a vehicle, your registration details, all of that is being stolen. And I got this email because guess who's with Latitude. Now I have I'll show you, hang on a sec. I know we're way off subject, but we've got a bit of time to kill. So where is it? In here. So this is them. This is their Go card. I better not show too much info, but not that it matters. It's been hacked anyway. All right. So on this is a credit card. All right. I haven't used this in 5 years, but I still have, I think it's about $8,500 credit on this. And I always carry it in my wallet as a backup, just in case something happens, you lose your credit cards or you suddenly can't access your bank. It's just there, particularly when I'm overseas. It's just having that money there just in case you need it. But otherwise, I don't use it. Their interest rate's too high, whatever, but I've kept it ever since. Now, I did have my motorbike loan on that, which I paid off, and I have had a camera I bought for $1,000 odd. So I have used it in the past, but for the last 5 years, no, I've just had the card there as a comfort thing, just to know that cash is available if I can't access it my own. So like I said, it got hacked, and I got this email from the CEO with all this information about all the stuff that's been taken, and now they're expecting me and all the customers to go out, get new passports, new driver's licenses, change your bank accounts, or go to completely change your bank account detail numbers, ring up the motor registry and get your registration sorted, check your credit finance to make sure your credit rating hasn't been affected. All this stuff, and here I am going overseas next month. I've already got my visa application in with my passport already in. I'm waiting to get that next week. And they want you to go to that, and they'll cover the expenses of anything that you had to do. But in the middle of all that, there's a lawyer firm, getting everybody to, all the people who have been a member of this or had this credit card, to sign up with them to go into a class action suit against them. So all this stuff that I've had, just absolute crazy. So the last thing I want to do is change all my credit card numbers and details, because these things are all linked to your PayPal and everything else, and your identification and your passport. I don't want to change my passport. The only way to change your passport is to apply for a new one. Applying for a new passport costs you about $400 odd here in Australia for another 10-year passport. Anyway, I'll keep up to date on that. I actually rang them yesterday, and where is it here? I wrote it down. I can't remember because I spoke to someone else. So when I rang them, there's a hotline number you can ring to get information. An automated message said that, thank you for your call. We're a bit busy. We're extremely busy at the moment due to the cyber attack. You are caller number, 283, and your wait time is 3 hours and 20 minutes. On the phone, I'm thinking, you're joking me. Obviously, I didn't stay on the line for 3.5 hours. So, yeah, bit of a mess that is. I'm going to have to find out what's going on there. Yeah, craziness. Anyway, someone else just popped in. Making model aeroplanes. Hey, buddy, how are you, mate? Welcome, mate. I watched your video of that, the wooden plane you had there. It's quite different. I actually saw one of those kits in a model shop near here. Yeah, they had them in a barrel, like standing up, and you could just buy the whole thing, bolts of wood and everything. Yeah, I sort of have a memory of that when I was a kid. I never built one, but I do remember those sort of models being around. Say, Jay, boy, saying hello. Jason's basement. Hello. Are they paying for this? They say they are. All right. The letter from Latitude said that they will cover the cost, but when? I mean, I'm going to be out of pocket and just the inconvenience of it all to do this. Now, I have logged on to it's like I said, it's probably 3 years since I even logged on to my account on their website for this. But I did. I logged on, I found my password, got in just to make sure that I still had that credit there and somebody hadn't already gone and spent $8,000 of my credit. You know, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Absolutely terrible. But like I said, I don't use the card. It's just there as an emergency backup and peace of mind. There have been times where I've been overseas and suddenly my card won't work. That's happened because these days they tell you to let your bank know where you're going. Well, one trip I did just in 2019 was to Africa, and I had to go via Oman, Muscat. We landed in Muscat in Oman, and there was a bit of a time between the flights, and I had no money, so I had to get some local currency to grab something to eat, and my card didn't detect. Suddenly thought, what the hell is he doing in Oman? And then put a block, and I couldn't use my card. Fortunately, I got through that's with my normal bank. I got through to the normal bank, and they reinstated it and fixed it all up. But if I hadn't, I did have my other Latitude Go card there. If I had to use that, I would have, just as the backup like that. Anyway, paid for all that since it was their lack of security. Well, that's why they're doing this class action. This large law firm is going to do that, and they're telling that everybody who has an account with them should be entitled to compensation, even if you're someone like me who's just had the card and hasn't used it. Yeah, but the email is quite dramatic from the CEO of Latitude. I mean, if I could read, it's pretty. I don't know how you put it. Okay, I'll give you a beat. This is what they said. All right, without giving away too much. Latitude recently experienced a significant and malicious cyber attack which resulted in data being stolen from our systems. It is with deep regret that I am sharing with you that some of your personal information was compromised. As Latitude CEO, I want to apologize for the impact that this incident has had on you. Know that we are committed to helping through the process and hope that in time we'll be able to win back your trust. Well, that's gone. This email explains what happened, support we are offering you, and precautions we recommend you take. All right. And the interesting part was, so far identified in the attack resulted in the following kinds of your personal information being compromised. And they write driver's license number you provided to us for your application, personal information you provided us, including your full name, address, date of birth, phone number. You know? Yeah, Pretty bad. So we'll see what comes of that, moving down. Yes, everybody's saying hello, hello, making model airplanes. John Alex saying hello. Making model airplanes. Thank you, buddy. $2. Thank you. Thank you for that. That will go to, what will I do with that? I'll grab a coffee. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Yeah, we'll see what happens. To be honest with you guys, I don't trust banks and stuff like that. I'm not worried about the bank accounts that were linked to that card that they used to direct debit from, because I don't keep my money in the bank for that reason. All right, when I get paid, straight up I pay my bills, right, and then I take my money out and I keep it here. All right, I don't put no money in the bank. Not that would have happened, or maybe that has happened to some people who got hacked. I don't know. We'll never know the extent of it. But point is, my bank accounts were linked to that, because that's how they get your payments direct debited. And if all that's been stolen, that gives people access to my accounts, doesn't it? So, yeah, crazy. Anyway, thank you for that $2, buddy. Thank you. Andy, hello, welcome. You're late. Yes, that's all right. It is getting late, because I'm late too, so you don't have to apologise due to the time difference here in Australia. But I'm going to keep it at this time. For me, 6 a.m. is a good start time. By the way, the sun's out now. It's just like a real nice day. After the stream, I'll jump on my motorbike and head down to the post office and pick up my needle for my airbrush, and then put it somewhere in a very, very safe place, just to be, just in case. My bank killed my card when I was in Iraq, and I told them I was going there. Yeah, I know. Hey, on that same trip when I was in Oman, and they fixed it all up, worst part was when I arrived there, I couldn't ring my bank, because obviously I've just arrived in a country it was just 3 hours to change flights to fly to Kenya. So I didn't have a SIM card working. My phone wouldn't work. And part of them identifying you is through your phone, and I couldn't access it. So fortunately, the what do you call him? The concierge in the airport in Muscat lent me his phone to ring Suncorp. This is my bank in Queensland. And then I told them quickly what was going on, and then they got my number and rang me on my phone, because I couldn't ring out, but I could take calls. And then we sorted. But when I got to Kenya and I was in Nairobi, 2 days later, I was out there shopping in Nairobi, and I went to buy something and used my card. They'd done it again. And I told them I was going to Kenya, I was going to Rwanda, I was going to Uganda, Tanzania. They had that whole list. They did it again. They stopped it, and I had to go through that process again. But I didn't need to use that Latitude card. So, yeah, great fun. Usually what I used to do was have different cards. So now I have one card, I have another card, see, and another card. And I will keep them in different places, but they all have access to separate individual accounts. So if one card was to go missing, that's okay. I could sort that out. But yeah, you've got to keep, just in case, and it's going to happen. Johnny, their stock plummeted. Oh, of course it would. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I think they were probably one of the biggest in Australia. And I've been with them for at least, I checked my account statement and went back to 2015. So from 2015 was when I went with them. But that's when they changed their name. They took over from another company that was one of the biggest in Australia as well. And I was belonging to that when they took over. So I go way back history. Yes, thanks, Tron, mate. Thanks for coming in. Enjoy your dinner. and thanks for joining us, mate. We won't be going on too much longer. So obviously it's getting late, but a few people are. Oh, for sure he will. Yeah, yeah, probably. Unbelievable. Everyone's saying hello. Yes, saying hello to Andy. Put you off going abroad? No, doesn't put me off going abroad. Nothing has put me off going over abroad. It's something I have to do every year because I want to. That's all. So I'm only going to Thailand for a month next month, for about 5 weeks. I think it's 5 weeks. Normally when you go to Thailand, you get visa exemption being an Australian. So you arrive there, they give you a 30-day stamp and you're right to go. During COVID last year, they increased it to 45 days, which was good, try to encourage tourism. But as of the 1st of April, just last week, that was when that ended. And everyone was expecting it to be extended longer again because it was quite popular. But no, they dropped it back to 30. What that means is, because I'm going for more than that, I'm going for 36 days. Now I have two choices. I can fly in and get the 30-day visa, and while I'm there extended, but extending it means going to immigration, and it's a lot of hassle and trouble. And yeah, trouble. So now I'm applying for a tourist visa before I leave, which gives you straight up 60 days. So that covers the time I'm there. But to get that tourist visa, man, the information they want. I had to send photocopies of my driver's license, my passport. I had to show a minimum bank balance for the last 6 months, which I didn't have because I don't keep money in the bank. How do I do that? Fortunately, I have a Bangkok bank account in Thailand that has plenty of money in there. So I had to get hold of a statement from that. So I finally sent it all off, and I'm just waiting for that to give approval. And then I have to take myself and my passport into the city to the consulate to get the actual visa. I don't know which way would have been easier in the long run. Anyway, so guys, I think we're going to call it quits. I want to thank everybody for coming in. The birds have been behaving. They haven't come over for their cookies this morning just yet, so that's okay. That they didn't interrupt. You might be able to just hear some of the birds in the park. So I'll give you all a chance to say goodbye to everybody in chat. I have actually created a bit of an ending video. It's not much, but it's something rather than just ending the broadcast and disappearing. But I've got a little bit of a thing to play at the end. And yeah, it was great. Thank you all for coming in. I don't know why YouTube didn't send out notifications or why it didn't have my thumbnail up. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. But, I did everything the way I normally do it, so it should have been all right. Anyway, guys, have a great Easter. Enjoy your extra days off. I don't know how it is overseas, but for everybody here in Australia, we've got Friday and Monday, so we've got a 4-day weekend. So that's great. If you're in New South Wales, be careful driving. They've got double demerit points going for public holidays. But that's only if you're a New South Wales driver's license holder. So I still have my Queensland driver's license, so I won't lose double points. But I'm not going to speed or anything anyway, so it'll be okay. Well, Sam's here. Oh, Sue and Plastic Alive on there, are they? Oh, good. All right, well, there you go, guys. Whip over there to Plastic Monkey and Sue. I need to check. Let me just do a quick. Where are they? Uploaded recently. Let's have a look. Are they live? Are they? I didn't know that. They can't be live now. It's too late. Hey? Oh. No, they're not. What do you mean there? What do you mean, Sam? At the show? I don't know. all good. All right, guys. David Robertson. Good one, mate. Yeah, that's what I do. Well, not my bet, but yeah, I listen to Ron Calvary. I always listen to him while I'm working on the bench. Peer over my shoulder if he's doing something really interesting. They are. Okay. Well, excellent. We'll go over there and check out the live stream. Excellent. All right, guys. Catch us all later. Thank you again, and I'll see you in next Friday. And stay tuned for. I'll see you on Tuesday when my next video comes out with the Yamato. All right, guys. I'm just trying to line up my exit video. All right, guys. See yous.